So best friends got each other's back. We used to cruise around with a bass to the max. Everyone in school while I was in the lab, cooking up some beats that would turn into tracks. High school chillin', I was on a mission. I had bigger dreams of being a musician. Teachers always talked but I couldn't seem to listen. I lived in a fantasy land, they called it fiction. But I was gonna be big one day, playing shows on the road to a sold out stage. Nobody really cared or believed I would make it anywhere close, I would fail and fade. But that's cool, I love that, cause any little doubt gives me energy back. And now, I'm in a place where I'm glad I never gave up on the dreams I had. And big dreams lead to big things, and big swings lead to big rings. Championships or the big screen, anyone who did anything took a big swing. And big dreams lead to big things, and big swings lead to big rings. Championships or the big screen, anyone who did anything took a big swing. Yeah, let's go. So if you want something big, you gotta swing fast, swing hard and commit. You might miss 10 times, but when you hit, just make sure that you get all of it, okay? People at the top took risks. Investing and testing is all that they did. It's not complicated, it just takes grit. So never give up, take a swing at it. And big dreams lead to big things, and big swings lead to big rings. Championships or the big screen, anyone who did anything took a big swing. And big dreams lead to big things, and big swings lead to big rings. Championships or the big screen, anyone who did anything took a big swing.
You're muted. You're muted.
Yeah, I know. I figured that.
Mute
I got
boy.
it. I got it. So, funny thing
I
is,
keep losing my headphones.
so
What?
so funny thing is, I had my hat on just now, and I'm like, you know what? Screw it. Take it off, and you're wearing yours.
I put mine on. I want to order a new one. I found this one. It's black, just with the 76ers logo without the basketball, just the 76ers. But on the back, it says Philadelphia real big.
Ooh, where'd you find that one at?
Fanatics.
Yeah. One of my online friends, Phil, he had a very nice Sixers.
Phil
like, warm-up.
McCracken?
No.
Phil McCrevis?
No.
Phil my balls?
No. I'm not feeling that. I'm not. See, I know that
You
joke.
feel
I
me?
know
You
that.
feel me? You feel me? I got a friend that says that all the time. You feel me? You feel me? I'm like, I'm not feeling you.
Yeah. So, anyway, guys, welcome.
Talk about that, RQ. Hold on.
We would definitely talk about that because I'm gonna go off. I'm sure Blaze is gonna have
Oh,
a
I got
rant.
some pretty interesting information about that.
Me too. Me
Beyond
too.
what you posted.
We're waiting for Rios to join. Once Rio joins, then we'll get into that.
You know, out
So,
there in Texas, he got all kinds of stuff going on down there.
Yeah, and then Giannis apparently his agent talked to the Milwaukee Bucks about his future.
I'm kind of jealous of Rios. I should talk to him when he comes here. He got good football teams down there, baseball teams, basketball teams. Everything sucks in Pittsburgh right now. Well, in
Well,
all
they
of
don't-
Pennsylvania. Actually, we can put the whole state in that.
Well, they don't have a hockey team.
True, but who watches hockey anyway? Who gives a shit about hockey? Kidding.
Someone by the name of Philly Halftime.
There he is. I was just saying, down in Texas, you got so much going on. You got good baseball teams, basketball teams, football teams. In Pennsylvania, we suck at everything.
Hey, Super Bowl champions. Super Bowl champions.
We're talking about this year. Because
Yeah.
then I can go 6 Super Bowls, and then we're talking about the past. The only
But
thing that
if-
matters is the present, and we have some NBA crap going on. I know we're going to talk about off the court stuff, but can we start with player of the week where it's on
Yeah.
the court?
Let's start off with that. Blaze, if you want to go first, I think I know who you're going to go with.
No doubt, it's Luka Doncic by far.
Yeah, no argument here.
I
mean,
thought you were going to. I honestly thought you were going to go Maxey.
Maxey's my favorite every week because he's my favorite player above. But I
Yeah.
just saw a statistic. Jalen Brunson got considered too. They're the ones that got the NBA players of the week from the NBA.
Yeah.
And
Right.
Luka almost averaged a freaking triple double. He's 37.3 points, 8.7 rebounds, and 10.3 assists. That's incredible. Those are like Joker numbers, man. And he's doing it while LeBum is there. And I'll get to him in the middle a little bit. I didn't want to talk about him, but I do want to talk about him because there's a connection with the Chris Paul thing, in my opinion.
Yep. I definitely agree with you on
But
that. Rio-
Luke is off the hook. I don't know who else. Right now, he's and the dynamic between him and Austin Reeves is hilarious. And I think they're really good. I don't really give a shit that they're white dudes. I just consider because actually Luka is a foreigner. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So it's like I consider
it.
that more than I don't really talk about black, white, and all that stuff. I know your boy Cocaine Curry down there. You're digging him because he's doing well too. But I don't really look at. I honestly do. A lot of people are like, yeah, right. How can you not? I don't because they're great basketball players. Austin Reeves is proving he's an all-star, and Luka
I got a
is
hot
proving
take about Reeves.
and Luka is proving he. I mean, when Luka left, and we were talking about fat Luka down in Dallas being lazy, and then he was garbage at first in the Lakers. I'm glad. I'm not a huge Laker or Luka fan, but I'm glad to see him turn it around.
What is up,
Oh.
Jason? Yeah. So my hot take about Austin Reeves, he's a Blaze is gone. He's getting Tobias Harris, isn't he?
No, I don't want to eat on the stream, and I didn't have dinner yet.
Oh, okay.
I'm not a
Aust-
mukbanger.
Anyways, Austin Reeves, he's a top 10 player in NBA right now.
Oh.
In this season right now, he's top 10.
If you go strictly by stats this year, you might have to put him up there based on his performance because there's a lot of injuries and underperformers too. So I'd have to really look into it. I'm kind of the same face that Rio's just made. I'm kind of like, he
That's
might be
why it's a
levered-
hot take, man. That is
Yeah,
why it's
true.
a hot take. 10 for me, it's like 9 or 10. It's not exactly like 5 or 4. It's 9 or 10. I mean, it's right there. You see what he's doing for the Lakers right now. LeBron's coming in, but we all know how that's gonna end up.
No,
Well,
so I think
Austin
I could name 10 above him, but I see where you're going.
Yeah, that's why I said borderline hot take. So, yep. And Blaze continues to eat off camp. That's actually kind of funny. Every 5 seconds. The-
I mean, you could argue top 15, top 20 for sure, but 10?
That's why it's a hot take. That's why it's like a hot take. It's like borderline. Maybe next week we'll do a top 10 list. Maybe next
I'm
week.
not eating hot cakes. I'm eating chicken nuggets.
Hey, I like hot cakes.
I know.
Yeah.
Player of the week, Rios. I'm sorry. Player of the week, Rios.
No, I mean, you kind of hit the nail on the head. It's kind of hard to argue against Luka. I mean, look what he's doing, and they're doing it without LeBron.
Yep. For me, it's not Luca. It's not SGA. It's someone who just came into the league after being injured for so long. He's only
Cade
played 4
Cunningham?
games.
No.
He's only played 4 games. He's on the Miami Heat. Tyler Hero.
Joe Embiid.
No. No.
Reeves
Tyler
is
Hero.
10th in scoring. He is 10th in scoring. I just looked it up. So he is 10th in scoring. So if you want to be technical,
Okay.
because
So-
stats tell the whole story.
Okay. So Tyler Hero is mine. He's already coming back off of a big injury, averaging 25. Miami's 3rd in the conference right now. So he was able to fit right in and take over. So for me, it's Tyler Hero. Trying to go outside the box here because I knew you guys would either go with Luca or SGA. So for me, it's Tyler Hero. Blaze, I know you like that one.
I'm a big Kentucky guy. I loved him coming out, and injuries have really held him back. He carried them into the playoffs one year, and then they sucks. Then he plays good. Then he's hurt. So it's been so up and down. I mean, Kentucky does chunk out all these pure shooters. I mean, that's where your boy Cocaine Curry's from too. Those pure shooters come from down there, as well as the SGAs, the Maxis, and so many. And it's hard to trust Tyler Hero, though.
I agree. I
Like, how
definitely
long can
agree
he
on
hold
that.
this up? I really wish he could, but it's hard to trust him.
On the
It
court,
is.
and off the court, honestly, it's just
It definitely is.
He's
But
a
right
cocky
now,
prick. He's a cocky prick. He's always been a cocky prick. And
well,
to some
isn't
extent,
that
we
what
can,
you
go back
need
to,
for the NBA?
we can go back to the white boy thing. You got to be a cocky prick when you're a little white dude in the NBA. And he's always had that swagger. It's not like nothing. It's not fake. It's always part of his persona. And I think it goes a long way with him. But I mean, if he can stay consistent, he can be an all-star player, but because he can shoot lights out. He's one of those fire guys. When he's on fire, you want to keep feeding him the ball because he ain't going to miss.
And then his teammates right now, Yaquez, he's a favorite for 6th man of the year. You got Bam Adebayo playing an unbelievable rate right now. So Miami's in a good spot, and they have a big three. And don't they have Norman Powell's there too?
Yeah, that was a big pickup, I think. He's the one that should have been the all-star, thanks to LeBum with his fake injury. It would have been Norman Powell finally getting that all-star game. And he played great last year, and it's like, I mean, I don't want to get into the Clippers yet. We will, but them getting rid of him was the best thing to happen to Norman Powell right now.
Oh my God! Same with Paul George too. You gotta be with Paul George, and
it's another story because I got strong feelings about him and Embiid. I've said it a million times. Our team doesn't need him.
here we go again.
I don't even consider them part. Seriously, I mean,
I agree with you. That's the
put
thing.
them at the end of the bench. I get the arguments. $100 million. You don't want to put it to waste. They've been great in the past. Blah, 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 blah. Look at my Steelers. What happens when you take old stars and throw them all together and hope they can still do it? It don't work.
Clay went to the Bills.
Did he really?
He's on the
poor
Buffalo
Eagles. Couldn't
Bills
get him
now.
back. But it's like
I don't want him back. That's another story.
You can't always count on older players to do well. And when they're that injury prone, and I'm always the one that don't want to use injuries as an excuse, it can be a freaking problem. And I talked about the pace a million times with the Sixers, and those two don't match up with the game that Maxey McCain, Grimes, and Edgecombe play. So I don't even consider them part of the team.
they definitely slowed the pace down for you guys a lot.
Yeah.
Both of them are ball stoppers. Whereas those other three, they move the ball around. Like, they are fast paced. And George Paul and Embiid, it's not their game at this point in their careers.
Having a Watford, Nabona, and the other tall, big guys underneath Drummond even playing well. I mean, having those guys supplement that makes me forget about those two. I mean, the money sucks. I get that argument. But people sitting here saying, oh, they're going to, why can't we? And I was always the one saying, oh, let's hope Embiid gets healthy. Let's hope Paul George gets healthy. Then we got a championship contender. Don't need him. Don't want him. Don't care about him.
You know who I don't count as part of the roster? Kyle Lowry. I don't count him part of the roster.
That's not
so. How is that not fair?
I get it. The freak accident. He came in and he injured someone. Do you really think he meant it? Do you really think? I mean,
I'm not talking about that.
He's not. I mean, he's still a valuable asset to a team. He doesn't need to play 20 minutes a game. You still should have players like him on the team that can help in the locker room, on the bench, with experience. I don't want him playing 20 minutes either. But don't get pissed.
I don't want him to play at all.
That's dumb. That's dumb. Him and Gordon come in and be, oh, get him off the court. They're still NBA players.
Gordon scored 5 in the last game. I'm happy.
Well, there you go. You never know. You never know. LeBum, I always call him LeBum. Mark, where the fuck you been?
Yeah, he's been like,
right?
Dude, it's like every 5 seconds. It's like every 5 seconds. Yeah, and you still got a ball ahead of him.
I'm the greatest. It's all about me. It's all about me.
Yeah, and also, I don't know if you guys heard about this, but Devin Booker's out for a week.
That sucks. Another Kentucky boy.
Another Kentucky boy, but hey, Phoenix are they're playing well, and I think they can keep it afloat until he comes back. So just that, throwing that out there before we get into, you want to start with Giannis or CP3?
I guess.
Well, the Giannis thing is fresh. I'm gonna have a lot to say about the CP3 stuff.
Yeah.
The
Okay,
Giannis thing is
Rios, let's go with the Giannis.
He's coming to the Rockets. No, I'm just kidding. No, we're not surprised he wants out. I mean, we all kind of said Milwaukee has no direction. They haven't really done a good job building around him. And now it's come to fruition. Like, hey, he's at a crossroads. Like, do you want to pitch the season out? Go to a different team for a chance at a championship? I mean, it's up in there right now. But I don't see him lasting past the All-Star break, my opinion.
Yeah, I think if he's gone, it's definitely to the Knicks. That is the one thing. Like, that's the place he desperately wants to go, and the Knicks have the assets to do it.
I mean, this is the thing. This is the thing I've been waiting for. We've talked about all this hypothetical Giannis here, Giannis there, but now there's finally talk within himself and the organization of considering your future.
Yeah,
like we haven't had that yet. So why discuss it now that it's starting to be a talk? Maybe they will make a move before the trade deadline. And like I think Rio said it the one time we were talking, anybody would want someone like Giannis on their team. Why wouldn't you? Yeah, anybody.
It basically who has the assets, and there's maybe 3 to 4 teams at max that have the assets to make a move for a Giannis.
That's the big.
Or they don't cut their current roster, and they don't destroy their future either.
Yeah. Another thing about Milwaukee too, they brought his brothers in because they knew that Giannis is going to want out. So hopefully they were praying like, "Look, we got your brothers. Your brothers here, family, yay!" But no,
they did. But didn't they do that before? Didn't they do that a couple years ago? And now
yeah.
Like,
but
no, they're not
he got
NBA
his second
players.
brother. He got his second brother. Like there's 3 other brothers, I think, or 4.
But
time to update that resume, boys.
He's 30, so he has years left too. That's what I mean. Like he can still play for 5 or 6 years at a top level.
At the rate I'm telling you, he can probably play even longer than that at a high level. I think he can. I think he can play a high level like 8 or 9 more years.
Oh yeah, I mean he's the type that's physically gifted the way he is to play a very long time.
Again, it is so funny how when he was drafted, he was like a twig. And then now you look at him and it's like a behemoth.
Well,
like
Mr. Chet and Wemby need to go to whatever trainer Giannis had.
Correct.
But some people's bodies just don't do that. Some people's I mean, I could lift weights for months. I don't gain any mass. I'll tone, but some players, they don't get bigger. But Giannis, unless you never know.
I was going to say that. I was going to go like this. Yeah. I was going to go like that. But
the LeBron diet.
Yeah.
But I mean, you look at other players they have, though. Let's see what else they got. Kuzma. Kevin Porter had a good game the other night, so he can do it. Bobby Portis. I think Ryan Hollins is playing out of his mind.
Ryan Rollins is killing it. He should be most improved player.
Yeah,
he should be, but then AFDs has got it.
They need, at this point, they don't have the Dame or the Middleton or that second guy or anybody to go with
or
them. So
Brooke Lopez, who's been a solidified player.
They need to make a move. I think at this point they're starting to realize they don't have the substance other than Giannis to go anywhere. He can only carry you so far, I guess.
Correct. And Big J, how do I feel about Sixers getting fined $100,000? Normal. So basically what happened is that Sixers against the Hawks, they were labeling Joel Embiid out. And then 5 seconds later, he's playing in the game. So we got fined $100K for that.
See, and here let me play conspiracy theory here for a little bit. Maybe the Sixers are trying to force him out, or they're trying to get that medical retirement. Like they're gonna fuck with him because I mean, you watch the last couple interviews with Embiid, and you'll think someone just kicked his dog in the face.
Yeah,
he's all set. But then you watch, and I've heard Sixer content creators watch Embiid's interview and then draw a big conclusion about the whole team from that. You can't, because then you got to watch Tyrese Maxey and those guys. They're having fun. Their interviews are great. Once again, they don't need Embiid. # don't need Embiid.
But yeah, we got fined $100K. I'm gonna make a video on that later, probably.
Good.
So It's
I mean,
the
I don't
first.
want to lose 100 grand's a lot of money to anybody, even if you're making millions. That's still a lot of money. So it's like
Yeah.
the getting rid of is the tough part, though, Zay. Because of the contract, because of the injuries, it's going to be hard to find a suitor that was willing to take him. But the only one I've heard is Warriors. I've heard he would want to play for the Warriors, and I would give him for a cookie. I don't know if they have crumble cookies in Golden State, but I
I
literally
can find
would be
that
like,
out.
here you go. And we'll even eat some of the contract if you take him. I could really see the Sixers doing that. I don't know. Maybe that's part of me hoping they want to try to force him out somehow, because you're not playing him. These minute restrictions are insane. He wants to play every game. He even says it. But as an organization, do you want to push that guy that far? It's such a weird scenario.
It's a rock in a hard place.
Yeah.
You're stuck between a rock and a hard place.
I used to feel bad for him because I know he's so talented, but anymore I'm just like, I want to move on so bad, but it's not feasible at this point. Yeah.
Bag of chips.
There
I'll
you
do
go.
it for brownies.
Draft pick, assistant coach. I don't care. And MPJ is playing well, Jason. I agree, and I love it too. I'm well invested in Michael Porter Jr.
Oh, now you are.
Because I got a bunch of money in his cards. That's how I'm invested. If he does well, those go up. I sell them. I make money. Shit.
I agree.
That's what
I
I do.
agree.
But no, going back to Embiid, I think he wants to go to the Warriors. Do the Warriors want him?
That's the other question. Will they
I
be
don't
willing
think
to?
they do, because they were always known to have like the not that so good of a center. Like they had played Draymond Green at a small ball 5.
Well,
So the Warriors were never.
That's the point of why we don't need him. Because when you look at the Golden State Warriors, they had Steph and Clay. They didn't need a big man to score tons of points. They had Draymond Green doing all that grunt work. Maxey Edgecombe, Grimes, McCain. We don't need a 30-point scorer in the paint. We don't.
Correct. I'm saying it right
Thunder
now.
on a roll today. Thunder are out of this world right now. I hate to say this and compare it, but they remind me of the 90s Bulls right now, because they're on the way to winning 70 games. They're hard to beat.
Can they win 6-7?
They got the depth. They have the scoring. They have the coaching.
I got Rios with that.
They have everything you would want in a team. And I don't like it because I know Rios don't like it. You don't want another team in that division to be that good. But right now they are. And I'm just stating facts. When you're 20-1 or whatever, that's incredible.
And the fact is, with J-Dub, didn't even play most of the season already. He only played like 2.
Yeah, in his first couple games, he went right back into it. Like he clicked right back into that team. They have fun. They are like a family. Like all the signs of dynasty are right there. So Arku, enjoy it while you can.
Yeah, because I'm saying this right now. If I were CP3, Thunder, let me go over there.
Hey, Rockets.
Good too.
I mean,
they need a point guard.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I can name 5 teams right off the bat. Suns. Go back to the Suns. I mean,
the Suns will work with Devin Booker. I'll definitely take that.
Exactly. He's got a. I mean,
Milwaukee.
are we on the CP3?
Can you imagine Milwaukee? What about Giannis going? We'll get CP3 here for you to stay.
But I mean, the thing, are we doing a CP3 now? We're going there.
Hold on, we got a question here. Do you see Giannis being traded to the Thunder?
No.
They got a lot of assets now.
No.
They got the assets, but they're not going to want to break that team up now.
Yes.
No, like I could see the Spurs also. The Spurs are a likely candidate. So you got the Spurs, Knicks, Warriors.
Once again, if you're the Bucks,
Rockets.
though, if you're the Bucks, like let's be ridiculous. Embiid and Paul George, they don't want nothing shit like that. They want youth and draft picks because they're playing for the future. So giving them a star now or an old CP3 ain't gonna do shit for them.
Yeah,
I definitely agree with that.
The Spurs want a legitimate chance. They're going to have to give up either Vassell or Harper or
picks and top.
Yeah, they definitely will.
They got to give up a bunch because they have the assets, and the Bucks like, hey, you got to be wanted.
Can you imagine if you have Wemby and Giannis?
And
just imagine that. Like, what?
Whether his team's playing good or not, he's arguably one of the top 5, maybe top 3 in the damn league every year. Giannis.
Every freaking year, yeah.
He can carry a team. He can finish. He can shoot. He can rebound. He can pass. I mean, he has everything. I'd want to see him on a championship contender. But like Rios, and we're all saying, you can't give up too much, number one, and mess up if you have good chemistry. But he deserves a lot to get that trade done.
We'll give you Embiid. We'll give you Embiid, Paul George, 3 first.
Kyle Lowry, Eric Gordon.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll give you Daryl Morey. We'll give you this. We'll give you that person. Oh, my God.
Someone's going to have to throw the kitchen sink everything at Milwaukee, and rightfully so, to get him.
Yeah. I thought I got something in my headset. All right. You guys ready? Or hold on, what else is left? We pretty much talked about everything. Like Tyler Hero picked up where he left off. Gallinari retired.
He was still playing.
Yeah, yeah, he announced his retirement. He's retired. I like Gallinari. I did. He was a perfect role player, in my opinion. I like Gallinari. Thank you. Have a nice time in media.
16 years. That's a good.
Yeah.
That's a good career.
It's a good career. I think.
Yeah.
When was the last time he played? I haven't seen him in a while.
I think he played, what, 22 plays? Are you looking it up? 22?
Drafted by the Knicks, 37 years old, played in Italy.
I want to say it's been a good minute since I've seen him play in the NBA.
Yeah. When was the last year of his career, Blaze? 22?
23, 24. He played 17 games at Milwaukee.
Oh, I was close. I said 22. Do you see Trae Young being traded at all?
Possibly.
I
and
would.
And here's why: because they're doing well without him. They
They're
have a
doing
lot
very
of
well
they have
without
a
him,
lot.
yeah.
They have a lot of young talent, and he will bring big value.
Correct. Correct.
You're looking to rebuild one trading block.
Yeah. That would be a move that I would. I mean, I'd love to see Giannis move, but I think it's more likely we see Trae than Giannis. I mean, because it's going to be hard to find a good pass. I think if the Giannis thing happens, I've seen a lot of him going to Spurs and someone going to Dallas and Clay going to the Lakers. I've seen all kind of weird, like 3-team trades possibly happening.
Yeah.
It's gonna be at least 3 to 4 teams. It could be similar to the Kevin Durant trade. It's going to take multiple moving parts to make that happen.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. The thing with Trae Young is that he's always injured, and now you have Kristaps Porzingis who's like in and out, and it's just like
Pause.
yeah. So I'm just I was waiting for you to say that, but anyway, it's just like, what are the Hawks doing here?
Yeah,
like,
well,
Jalen
the other day,
Johnson
I
is
mean,
playing insane.
yeah, I was ready to drop Porzingis. I mean, play him because he was scheduled to come back 2 days ago, and then last second he's out indefinitely again. Okongwu's filling in good, but when Porzingis comes back, then it's and Porzingis.
Did you pick him up in fantasy?
Okongwu?
Yeah.
Dropped him. I got Mark Williams now as my third.
Because I had a Okongwu that I dropped him,
Yeah.
then you picked him up and dropped him. Rios,
Yeah.
that means you got to pick him up and drop him.
Yeah, but I mean, it's tough. Center's a tough position because it's different than it used to be too.
Yeah. Yeah. My team's taking a big hit right now because Wemby and Curry and Cam Thomas is out. Wait, I dropped him. Yep.
Like half my team's been injured throughout this entire season. It's impossible for the lineup.
That's tough. It is tough. It is tough with all the injuries because it's
Yeah.
once again, just like I think we talked about this towards the end of last year. Name a team that hasn't suffered a couple injuries, and we were like, I think every team has.
I'm trying to think right now.
It's hard to find a team that went healthy all year last year, and we're just seeing the same thing this year.
Yeah. So, guys, really quick before we get into the whole Chris Paul situation, go check out my guys, Mac the Giants fan and Adam Costas. They're alive right now for the NFC East Real Deal. What was it, please?
You got the roundup.
There you go. There you go. So, all right, who wants to kick it off? Blaze, you want to go first?
I mean, I got a lot to say because I'm tying it in.
Me too.
I'm gonna go right to the Lakers first. When we talk about LeBum, and it'll make sense here in a minute.
Okay.
So the other night, LeBron had 7 points late in the game. He needed his 10 points to have his 1,300 game streak continue for 10 points, right?
Yeah.
So he stayed on the court. until he got that 3 and then took himself out. Then I don't. And if you've seen the viral video right now of JJ Redick trying to get LeBron's attention when they were playing the Suns, down by 20, and he's yelling, Braun, while Reeves is bringing the ball up. LeBron is fucking talking, laughing, and joking with the Suns bench, ignoring his coach, not paying attention. They were trying to call a timeout. He was trying to get his top player, trying to get LeBron's attention. Then you see JJ Redick go like this. Like he was ready to say son of a bitch because he's trying to get LeBron's attention. He's not paying attention. So there's a rift because JJ was an average good player. Now he's the coach. LeBron is legendary, Hall of Famer, all that shit. It's disrespect to your – I don't give a fuck who your coach is. You're supposed to respect them. But down 20, he's only worried about getting those fucking 10 points and then taking himself out. Doesn't care about the team. Doesn't care about championships anymore. It's all about himself, his legacy, and it's sickening to me. Like, I mean, like old legends are probably rolling over in their grave to hear people call him the greatest of all time for the shit he's pulling right now. It's pathetic. And I mean, and I think the rift between him and JJ is only going to get worse. Oh, they're boys. They were on podcasts together. JJ's not going to put up with that too much longer. He's the fucking coach. I don't care who you are. You know, you think Michael Jordan ever talked to Pat Riley like that or ignored him? I don't think so. They probably bumped heads every once in a while, but this is on national TV, on a game where you're getting killed and you're joking around with the Suns fucking bench while the game's going on and your coach is trying to get your opinion, trying to get your attention. That's unforgivable to me. Like, I don't care if you're a third stringer doing that shit. I would have fined him and suspended him, but it ain't going to happen to LeBron. No. Now, you switch to, and it's the definition of a narcissist. You switch to Chris Paul out of the blue, 3:00 in the morning. He finds out he's cut, and now we're hearing dissension between him and Tyronn Lue, who's a great coach, but he was an average player. Chris Paul's a legend. He's going to be a Hall of Famer. And here's the thing I think with Chris Paul. Yes, he has a lot of power. He has a lot of pull. He's a former president of the Players Association, you know. So, and I'm going to play this on both sides of the fence. I'm really interested on your takes on this. But side one, Chris Paul made too much noise. He was going to the, you know, he was telling them how to run the team. You know, he was trying to use his power, telling the owners, telling the coaches how they should run it. And owners and coaches don't want that. They want your opinion, but they don't want you telling you how to run your organization. At the other side, you know, is it that they need to hold him? He's trying to hold people accountable. Is that his job to hold everybody accountable? No. Or did Chris Paul cross the line? Or did the organization have a problem with Chris? It's so weird, number one, that you're on your final retirement tour, and now the team that you chose to go and retire to, which your name would have been the first banner up there, retiring his number and everything, that you just let him go. I think there's a lot more to this story we're never going to know about because we don't really deserve to, because it's within management and a player. And part of me thinks the organization didn't want to put up with it, or was Chris Paul really throwing his weight around too much, thinking, I was the president of the Players Association. I'm legend. I mean, I'm going right to the Hall of Fame. I'm this, I'm that. This, and then there's Kawhi Leonard, who doesn't do dick. He never promotes his team, never promotes himself. He's not, you know, what he used to be. That whole organization is in shambles right now. And to do this is embarrassing to them, to let Chris Paul go with basically, what was 3 or 4 in the morning. I mean, I got up to take a piss and I'm like, what? They released him? They cut him? Like, it doesn't
on a road trip. On a road trip, because the next game they were playing in Atlanta.
So now you're getting a lot more information about it. There's past players that are saying the same thing. You know, he didn't get along with the coaches. He was trying to hold everyone accountable. And here's a list. And I don't know if there's any other problems anywhere else, but these are current players that are now head coaches. Steve Kerr in Golden State, Doc Rivers in Milwaukee, Jason Kidd in Dallas, Chauncey Billups, Portland, Udoka in Houston, Tyronn Lue, Clippers, Willie Green, Pelicans, JJ, Lakers, Billy Donovan, Bulls, Rick Carlisle, Pacers, Joe Mazzulla, Celtics. Do you think Rick Carlisle or Billy Donovan would put up with shit like that?
No.
Is Tyronn Lue trying to be buddy-buddy? Is he trying to be too friendly? And now he's got to make a move and do something drastic because you got the inmates trying to run the asylum? It's a mess. But I think I don't know. I'm interested on your takes on it.
All right, Rios, you go, then I'll go after.
Well, because since Chris Paul played for my team, kind of heard stories here and there how you would get along with management and other players because he's always been like a leader on the court and in the locker room. And when you have guys like James Harden who don't like to be told what to do, Harden pulled his weight because Harden is a star player at the time. Chris Paul was not. That's how we got shipped out. And I can kind of see him doing that also with the Clippers, but at this stage of his career, he just can't really do that. Unless you're trying to transition into coaching, which there's better ways to go about it. But yeah, I mean, I'm not surprising hearing this, all this stuff come out afterwards. But as far as where he goes next, there's teams that have a need for a point guard, but the thing is, do they want someone who's going to bring the extra that he brings? That's going to be the real question. Teams are built to, withstand that.
Before you go, Mitch, I lost my train of thought. Go
ahead. All right. So for me, it's
wait, I got it. Hold on. I think, was there a blowout? Was there a big argument between him and Tyronn Lue? Because if it's just dissension and him trying to, hold people accountable, that could be fixed. That could be talked through. I think it's a lot more. For someone to just drop you, he must have mother effed everybody in the locker room and the organization. That's just a guess. I don't know. Go ahead.
Especially at 3 a.m. Yeah, it was
something happened.
Drastic.
Like something had to happen, and for me, I'm gonna go as the Clippers organization as a whole because they are known for doing stuff like this. Look what happened with Blake Griffin, right? And how that ended. Look with what was his name? Not Ballmer.
We're gonna show off our pussies now.
Ballmer, the guy before who was that general manager, that owner?
The racist guy they had to fire?
Yes. What is that guy's name?
Help us out, chat. Go ahead, keep on going. The chat will do it.
Chat, help me with that. Because it adds on to everything that the Clippers have done, and they have been a curse ever since then. It's actually gone on even before
Donald Sterling,
that.
there it is. Thanks, Arku. Donald Sterling.
Thank you. So Donald Sterling, the Blake Griffin, the CP3. There's a lot more stuff that I'm pretty much even forgetting. But Clippers have that. What is that word? They have that rep, right, of doing this kinds of stuff. Yes. And the Clippers knew that CP3 was going to be this kind of player, that he was going to hold people accountable, that he was going to say some stuff that people didn't agree with. So for me, it's more on the owner. It's more on the front office. I'm on CP3's side on this one because it's.
But we don't know. What if CP3 went in there and say, "You're all a bunch of fucking assholes. I'm better than you. I could run this team better." You know what I mean? Like, I get where you're coming from, but what if Chris Paul crossed that line so bad they had to release him? Then would you still defend him?
Yes, because the Clippers are down so bad right now. And what are they? They lost 5 in a row.
I mean, there's one thing.
That's the point. With when you're on your retirement tour, you want to be competitive. You want to be that team who's in the playoffs, and you would do anything means necessary.
Fair.
So for me, honestly, that is why CP3 is like. Did you see what he posted on his social media?
Yes.
They sent me home.
Yep. Yeah.
Maybe
he decided I'm done here. Let me go do something to make him release me. I mean, he's playing the whole I got surprised bit right now. But I said, we'll never know because it's organization management versus him, and I doubt it'll ever come out unless Chris Paul just retires and said, "Hey, I'm gonna tell you exactly what happened," which is going to be his side anyway. He's not going to say, "Well, the organization tried to do this for me, and I told them to go fuck themselves," and whatever. I don't know. We don't know.
So, did you guys see the statement that they have made about this whole thing? So for me, I'm reading this. It's just like
This is a PR.
why?
It's human resources, PR. This is exactly, this is like a template. And when this happens, just plug in the name. This is how an organization has to respond.
Yeah.
They're not going to bash him on the way out.
Can you imagine how the players have felt or feeling throughout this whole thing? Put it in there. Think about them. Put yourself in their shoes. Just like, dang. Like,
Clippers need to go back to San Diego where they belong. San Diego doesn't have a team except for the Padres anymore because the Chargers are going to go back where Clippers make sense.
Yeah. And then now you got Kawhi and that whole scandal thing that is going on. I don't know if he's proven not guilty or innocent, but you still got that. The James Harden baggage, he's going to be out. Was
Chris Paul just there along for the ride for his retirement? 16 games, never started, 2.9 points a game, 1.8 rebounds, 3.3 assists. That's not the Chris Paul I know.
That's not the Chris Paul I know. I just think he's there to be closer with family. That's the only thing I can see about CP3. He wants to be closer with his family.
They haven't started him one game?
No.
I think there's a lot more to this story. I just get a weird vibe.
There has to be.
There's a lot more to this story. You don't just, I think there's a big dissension, even like Lumen saying Tyronn Lue never played him. I think there was a big rift between him and Lue. And it was probably
Tyronn Lue doesn't even talk to him.
It was probably Chris Paul saying, "I could run this team better than you. You're garbage coach." That's more than that's if it was my guess.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised.
That's probably what it was. You were a piece of shit player, Tyronn Lue. Why should I listen to you? Our team isn't doing any good right now. It's your fault. You're the coach. I could do a better job coaching. That's dissension. That's problems. You got to get rid of the player if they're doing that shit. But like you said, even all the reports are saying they didn't even talk. What kind of relationship is that with you and your coach? One of your top players, you don't even talk?
It's one of those things where he said something behind his back and he got wind of it and it's like, nah, that's it. We're done.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, think about this, right? Blaze, Allen Iverson, and Larry Brown. They didn't like each other. At first, they wanted them gone. Both of them wanted each other gone. And Pat Croce was like, nope, you're going to work it out. And they did. And look what happened.
You got to try to work it out. I mean, you don't always love the teacher that teaches you in class. You don't always love the coach that you're put with. But if you don't at least try to make it work, what kind of fucking team player are you? And as great as Chris Paul is, and I know you don't want to put any blame on him, some of it has to go on him. I think
some of it has, yeah.
I think the majority is the organization, but I think he overstepped his boundaries as well. That's just my intuition.
I mean, you're probably pretty close to being right because what else will warrant you getting released at 3 a.m. on the weekday?
Yeah, if it was, I mean, I could see we're going to suspend Chris Paul for actions detrimental to the team for 1 week or something like that. And we're going to try to work this out. That would be an amicable, like, hey, we still love you, Chris Paul. We know we got problems, but we're going to fix it. There was none of that. It was just see you later. So it has to be on the top end of the spectrum of bad to make this happen.
Yeah. Yeah.
I hate the fucking Clippers and James garbage anyway. So good for them.
I do too. This makes me even hate him even more now. So why I said Paul George is happy he's out of there. Norman Powell's happy he's out of there. So
it's a culture. It's probably a culture problem within the organization. And like people in the chat are saying, it seems like they need to make some big moves, and it's not just a couple players.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying Tyronn Lue's a bad coach. He's a really good coach from what he's done. I think he's a much better coach than he was a player. He was just an average player,
Yeah.
but and most people just remember him from Allen Iverson stepping over him.
I think
Yeah.
the Clippers, it starts with, their star player, Kawhi Leonard. He a part-time player, basically.
Yep. And I hate to agree with Stephen A, but he had an off-the-wall take about Kawhi Leonard. He's one of the worst supportive players on a team.
He's
Like,
the
he
worst
doesn't-
superstar.
Yeah, worse. He doesn't support the team. He doesn't support him. He doesn't promote the team or himself. Or I know you're a quiet person, but what kind of superstar is that? Do you want that as the face of your franchise? He's ruining his legacy now without saying a word.
Just wild to think about.
It's crazy because, you go back when he played with the Spurs and he played with the Raptors. I mean, he did so well, and it's just like it seems like it is an organizational issue. Like,
And
you could throw anybody to Clippers, and they're going to have problems with them. It seems.
And
He
then
should have stayed in
Blaze.
Toronto.
Yes.
Oh my God, yeah. He should have stayed over there in another country. The thing with the Clippers also, you got to put Bradley Beal, him being out for a season. You got to put that because Chris Paul wanted to go to the Clippers as soon as they got Bradley Beal over there. So once they got Beal, Harden, Kawhi, and it's just like now you're losing one of your players that you're spending all this money on because he's getting injured. That's got to do something to Chris Paul.
Bradley
That's gotta
Beal.
be.
I got one word for him:
What?
overrated.
I agree.
Super overrated.
I
Good
agree.
player, solid player. Very overrated. Like when he got that contract with the Suns, I was like, is there a different Bradley Beal that just came out of college that's supposed to be real good in the future or something? I was like, since when was he like a top 10 player in the league that you're going to pay him bazillion dollars? I mean,
Even when he was with the Wizards, he just wasn't that guy.
he's no superstar. I'm with you,
Not at
Jason.
all.
I'm agreeing with Lumen. Everybody in the chat's on point. I mean, it seems like the consensus is very similar to that. It's just a mess in the Clippers. And who's really upset about it? I mean, even people in LA, they're probably more Laker fans than anything.
Yeah.
Like, is there a lot of people that are like, oh, damn, the Clippers. I'm so sad about No one really gives a fuck about the Clippers.
Nobody does. That's why they should go to San Diego right now. They're not
they
going to
could
make
be,
the playoffs.
instead of a franchise that's going to be expansion, go to Seattle, go to Vegas. That team could move. It could rejuvenate that whole franchise if it moves to a different city. You already got the Lakers. What do you need the Clippers for?
Here's the worst part. They just got a new stadium.
Yeah, I was about to say that.
Yeah, that's true.
$1 billion thing ain't going nowhere for
What
a
a
while.
waste. Yeah, Dark Lumen just said that. What a waste.
Yeah. And Blake, you always liked that arena.
Very cool arena.
Yeah.
I mean, all the new arenas are state of the art, really damn cool. Ever since,
I
I
know.
hate to give credit to Dallas, but ever since Dallas did theirs and the Rams, they had those big indoor round boards and all kinds of new
Yeah.
amenities. And, the Bills are building one that have, roofs with heat so the snow doesn't go with the fans and all kind of cool shit. I'm surprised we don't see as much like retracting roofs and weird shit like that, like transformer type arenas. Hell, we had the Igloo here in Pittsburgh where the side opened up back in the 80s.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
You didn't know the Igloo opened up?
No.
Yep, they could open up, like it would only open up like a quarter of it. So for like concerts and stuff during the summer, they would pop just the one side open a little bit. Very, very cool.
That's
They
cool. That's what
Yep.
I think the Eagles are going to do with the link. I think they're going to make a retractable dome. I think they're going to do that at some point.
2025. We got cars that drive itself. We should have like the state of the art arenas make sense. I mean, you look at NBA, NFL, and MLB. If you go back 20, 30 years, how many still have the same stadium they had 20, 30 years ago? Like, it seems like everyone's getting.
Yep.
Yeah.
You agree with this one?
I would love it. I would love it.
All right,
They're going to be
you
called the 6-7ers.
So here's the funny thing I just noticed, right? Blaze doesn't have a basketball team. Rios doesn't have a hockey team.
Yeah.
I just
And you can. I mean,
noticed.
I don't really. You can have the Penguins. I don't give a shit about hockey. They're doing
Can
really
we,
well, though. I hear.
Did Blaze have the Rockets?
Better than Flyers. Flyers suck. No, I'd love.
6-7.
I've been a
Don't
fan of the
worry.
Rockets ever since they made that jump 2 years ago and started getting better and better. And I've always loved Durant. I think he's one of the greatest of all time. We talked about it 2 years ago that's what they needed, a finisher, a closer, a big time player to complement the rest of the team that they have, and now they have it. So I'd love to see you guys unseat Arcus boys and get to the finals, to be honest. I'm sure you do, but I wouldn't be mad at that at all. I mean, as much as I like SGA and I think they have a great team, it's a team like Houston with depth and variety of types of scoring that could beat them.
Right, hold on. I just found
Health
something
is going to be the biggest thing. Who's healthy when the postseason hits?
Yeah.
That's going to be the biggest factor that we have no idea. And the
Look.
trade deadline.
Lob City. They're all laughing.
I think that might be one of the. I watched 2 different podcasts earlier talking about the Chris Paul thing, and a lot of ex-players were saying, there had to be something. They had to be something.
Yeah.
And Chris Paul's that, like you said, Chris Paul's that type of player. Even both of you guys said. I mean, for Chris Paul to be demonstrative and want to voice his opinion, I expect that from Chris Paul. But he had to go over the line to just get dumped overnight on his retirement tour. I mean, all the rocking chairs. All these teams probably had rocking chairs. Yeah, Lou Will. That's the one. That's the one, Arcu. He's the one who totally outed him. And that's a former Clipper player.
That's a former Sixer player.
And he was in the organization we're talking about, is what I'm saying.
I know, but he was a better Sixer in my opinion.
I always say all these podcasters and stuff, they're going to say stuff to get the clicks and the likes and the attention of their podcast. But when you take former players that don't have a say in it anymore, you might find out a little more because they're not afraid to say it now.
They're going to talk.
Yeah, they're not afraid to say it now. There's no recourse to them to come out and say, man, that place was a shit show when I was there.
Yep. Lou Will's better Sixer than he was a Clipper.
Lou Will's a great player. He won 6-man player of the year a couple times.
He played in Houston too. I think he was a 6-man candidate when he was here.
Yeah.
Did he get into a Hall of Famer now?
He's not a Hall of Famer.
No, he's not a Hall of Famer.
I thought he got in for some strange
Hall of very good, yeah, but Hall of Famer, nah.
No.
Okay. I was like, wait a minute. Did he get in the Hall of Fame? I don't think he deserve. I don't think he's going to, but I was like,
good. I mean, good, solid, like we're talking about. Good, solid, great player. One of the best 6 men of all time, I'd say. You got it's a spark. You want a player like that coming off the bench with energy that can shoot the lights out, that's going to run around like a chicken with his head cut off, shit like that. He was that type of energetic player you want off the bench.
No, you're right.
Yeah.
Him and Eric Gordon, they were both candidates for 6 man of the year.
Yep.
6 and 7 man.
Yeah. You set yourself up for that one.
I didn't even do it. He did. I was laughing.
But you're right. You're dead on. And I'm not knocking Lou's game at all. I really enjoyed players like that because that helps your team out tremendously. That was a sign into the future of what we're getting now, which is depth over big 3.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But CP3, here's another thing I saw too, that the Clippers could trade him on December 15th or something. I saw that as well.
If you released him, though, he's not part of the organization anymore, right?
Hold on, I gotta find. Hold on. I think I have it bookmarked. Give me a second here.
The question is now, and I want the chat's opinions too. Is there a chance he doesn't? And he's just done. He just retires. I mean, that would be a shame because I'd like to see him at least get some kudos. I mean, what happens though? He goes to, say, Houston. He's the 3rd point guard on the bench. He's playing every once in a while, and they go play the Clippers, and the Clippers are going to honor him for his retirement tour. Like, how weird would that be?
Oh yeah, Chris Paul requested to have a meeting with Tyronn Lue due to allegations of being a negative presence on the team, and Lue refused to meet with them. Look, it's right here.
Oh,
well,
shit.
That's the rift we're talking about. There's obviously a huge rift between those two, the coach and the player.
Yes. Something happened.
When you're an owner or a GM or another player, you hate to see that happen, especially with someone like him.
Yeah, look, it's right here. Yeah. Oh my God, I hate that AI thing.
I mean, you put yourself in the position as the GM of the owner or other players on that team, and you hate to see this happen. I mean, it was a bright spot in the Clippers year is they were going to honor one of their greats throughout the rest of the season.
Yeah. So because I forgot all about this, with this being said, I'm more on CP3 now. I'm more with CP3.
You're a negative Nancy too, Mitch.
I've always been that. Me and Halftime have always been that.
I don't know. I can't draw my conclusion because I don't know what was said. If Chris Paul told them all to fuck off and went over the edge and said stuff, I mean, he has a right to voice his opinion and try to affect change because he is a powerful person. I think that president of the Players Association, that goes far with me because, you're representing the players for years. And it's like, he has that type of power. He is that type of player you usually want on your team because of how good he was. But now is it, his time has passed. He doesn't know how to handle it. It was really, something was really bad. Yeah. And I mean, I'm putting the blame on Tyronn Lue as well, not wanting to amend things. Why wouldn't you? Something's fishy. Something.
Yeah.
And we'll probably never know.
And I just found something from Sam's again about Giannis.
Boy, I'm agreeing with Lumen all day today again. I love it. Shout out to Dark Lumen.
What's wrong with you?
They're making good points, and they make good points. I'm going to agree with them. They make garbage points. I'm going to call him Damian Hernandez.
Giannis is open to playing for other teams other than the Knicks. It's going to be a wall beyond just the Knicks, from my understanding.
He has to say that.
Yeah.
You can't come out and say, I'm only going to the Knicks, because what if the Knicks are like, can't put a good package together or they don't want him? Not that they don't want him. Maybe they don't want to give up as much for him.
Or they kind of do what the Knicks did a few years ago with Melo, overpaying him because he said he wanted to go to New York. And then instead of waiting until he was a free agent in the offseason, they gut the roster and screw themselves.
Exactly. Yes. Good point. Very good point. But I mean, he doesn't. I mean, Giannis, I would say, needs to go to a contender. He's going to want to go somewhere where he can try to win a chip. Chris Paul can go anywhere. He don't need to go to a contender. It's weird. Those are very polarizing. 6'7". Different types of. You did
that one yourself.
I didn't mean to do it. That's what it means. This or that. I don't know. Warriors would be a good one. Kuminga and picks and shit. That might be.
And we've been saying Kuminga has to get out of there.
I know AD and the Bulls. I've heard a lot of that, but Giannis and the Bulls. I mean, that's the type of player that could take one of these mid teams and push them into Cleveland. I'm doubting whether Spider can be that closer and take. I'm not going to say his last name because then you're going to claim it's you. But like Cleveland, what if he went to Cleveland? Man, you immediately, if they don't have to give up a lot,
they would have to give up Mobley.
Maybe it's
Garland.
Yeah, maybe
Garland.
Garland.
It could be Mobley and Garland, one of them.
And but if it's enough where they don't lose too many, that could put Cleveland over the hump. The Magic.
Speaking of the Cavs, actually, you ready for this? Speaking of the Cavs, they're the 6th seed. The Cavs are the 6th seed.
Hey, how about this one? Chris Paul to the Pacers. Halliburton's out. He'd get more playing time there.
I agree, but they're going nowhere.
Yeah, they're not a. Yeah, I mean,
Chris Paul doesn't need to go to a contender. Giannis does.
Pacers are 4-17.
Doesn't matter. Chris Paul if he even wants to be on a team for the rest of the season, we haven't heard from him yet. I'm going to wait to draw my conclusion until I hear from him after he's away from that organization. If he goes, hey, I still want to play. I still want to play out my last season. Maybe he'll come out and say, at the beginning of the year, I chose the Clippers as my last team. If they don't want me, I'm done playing basketball. I wouldn't be surprised if he says that too. He chose them.
Yeah, I can see that too.
I got a team, the Boston Celtics. I hate saying that, but it wouldn't make sense.
Same deal with Tatum. I mean, if you take
Tatum Brown's out tonight too.
Yeah, if you take what the Clippers did, which I don't know if it was just because Tyronn Lue, but Chris Paul wasn't playing. He's just there for the ride for the year to say his last hurrahs. And does he even want to be a 20-minute player and stuff? I don't know. We don't know. We haven't heard.
You just want CP3 on your team, Jason.
Brooklyn. Hey, it'd be a nice compliment to MPJ and all the
and Cam Thomas. Yeah. Cam Thomas has been out for a while. Believe me, I dropped him for my fantasy team.
Maybe it's a combination of the rift between those two, plus maybe because the Clippers have seen him, maybe he don't got it no more. Maybe they see it in practice and stuff that this dude is past his prime. He doesn't really have it. Maybe that's part of the reason why they weren't playing him. Maybe that's part of the reason why it was easier just to say bye instead of let's try to fix this. Maybe
gotta be.
That could be
It's
part
like-
of it too. Maybe Chris
That's
Paul
the only thing.
he's over the he wasn't because I mean, if he was producing that well, you'd think they'd want to fix it to help the team. But
Yeah.
2.9 points, only playing 16 games. Well, that's all. I mean, he's played all the games, but it's like I don't know. It's just it's a
Yeah,
it's
when
a
you're not
strange-
producing and then you're a distraction, I
Yes.
can see why they would do it too. It's
One
two
plus-
sides of every coin. So
1 + 1 equals see ya. It's a shame such a legendary player like him to go, but it is what it is at this point. The Grizzlies, maybe go to the Grizzlies.
You mean the
Jog
Grizzlies?
it straight. We got to talk about Zion real quick, and I know you talked about it on your show the other day. I feel really bad for that dude, man. All the talent, he can't stay
I
healthy.
hate it.
It's injury after injury after injury, and I mean, I've told you since day one, John Zion. I thought we're going to be the next level of type of players we see in the game when they came out of college and what they did their first year. And now it doesn't seem like either one's going to pan out to be a superstar, and that's a shame.
yeah.
I haven't given up on Jaw. Maybe a different team would help him, different organization. But Zion, I mean, if you continue to get hurt, it don't matter what fucking team you're on.
Yeah, I hate it. Like, I was a big fan of Zion, high school, college. Now it's
Yeah,
this
it's-
again,
it's-
and it just.
It doesn't seem like I'm
I
starting to
blame the
give up hope.
shoes. I blame the shoes.
I'm starting to give up hope, and I hate to do that because so much
Me too.
talent, so much unmatched talent. I mean, we're talking about two players, him and Jaw, that other people don't do what they do. Nobody. They have a unique skill set on the court, and it's like,
when
yeah,
they play is the problem. It's when they
There's
play.
Nikki.
yeah, that's what. And that's the problem, Nikki. I mean, it sucks. As talented as they are an anomaly, a type of player they are. They could jump out the building. You know, Jaw can fly. Zion will wreck. He's like a truck coming at a hoop when he's coming through, and you can't stop him. But you know what's stopping him is his own body, and that sucks to hear.
Yeah, he was getting comparisons to Sean Kemp. He was getting
I'd say
comparisons.
he's like Kobe and Barkley put together. You know, he's like a guy who had shooting and ball skills, but can also go right to the hoop like a Barkley, and no one can
then
stop him.
Barkley with the weight.
Yeah, he's a big. That's what I mean. As a bigger dude with skills that a bigger dude shouldn't have.
Yeah. I mean, Blades. I mean, not Blades. Rios knows him on the Rockets too, Barkley.
Yeah. I mean,
He
Zion
played
came
multi-
into the
he wins another championship.
Zion came into the year in shape. He wasn't fat. He was, you know, he looked like he was stronger. And then this shit starts to happen. I mean, there's a little bit of glimmer of hope that maybe this is the last one, but it just seems like it's over and over and over and
We're in
over.
what, year 6 now? Like,
Yeah, it's terrible. Like he should be this perennial all-star that has his team competing for a championship at this point. And it's not even close. Even little D Rose in there, Steez. I agree. But I mean, it sucks, but I'm starting to give up hope that they're ever going to pan out. And I'll lump
Yeah.
Jaw in there with him because I don't know, it's tough.
Yeah, let's do the predictions and then we can wrap this show up.
Home team.
Home team. So
Oh, wait,
you're going. So you're
Nope.
going Cleveland.
No,
You
fuck-
heard it. Blades
fuck
are going Cleveland.
Okay, away teams.
Okay, so you're going Portland over Cleveland.
Shaden Sharp and my Portland Blazers. Blazers.
All right, so Rio, who you got?
Nah, I'm gonna go Cleveland.
I'm going Cleveland. Denver at Indiana. Denver.
I mean, this is kind of not really a hot take if he does what he's doing. Joker could be top 3 of all time if he keeps this up.
Yeah.
He could be right
Yeah.
there behind Jordan and whoever you want to put it to.
Is he better than
LeBron,
Kareem?
Kareem, whoever. If the thing with Joker, he needs a couple more championships.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If he gets another title, maybe one more or two, and continues at the pace he is for a couple more years, he's got to be at least top 5 of all time if he keeps it up. It's just insane what that dude can do
And then the
with the body
MVP
that he's in.
on top. The MVP's on top of that.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like it's going to be.
He
I
has
mean, right
right the stats. He needs the rings though.
Yeah, he does need the rings
Conversation.
to be considered up there with the top 5. I'd put him in the top 25 right now, maybe.
Definitely agree with that. Spurs at the Magic.
I'm gonna go Magic.
Yeah, I'll go
I'm
Magic.
going Magic. Wemby's still out.
Hawks.
Oh, I'm going Hawks.
No
Yeah,
Clippers.
I'm gonna go Atlanta too. I don't trust the Clippers.
The shit show will continue.
Yeah, guys. Next week we'll talk about the NBA Cup because that's when the rounds are going to be next week.
Chicken nuggets.
Hornets at the Knicks. LaMelo, get out of there.
Hey, here's another hot take.
What?
Remember what I said about Bradley Beal?
Yes, you're going to say about LaMelo Ball.
Overrated.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I know because of that one game, right?
Oh,
We're starting to get to that point where it's multiple seasons now where just
tons of talent. I'm not knocking his talent, but is he a guy you want to invest your entire franchise on? Not
Well,
maybe not
it
as much
depends.
anymore.
It depends on the organization that drafts him because the general
Drafts
manager
him?
and the
Is he going
Yeah.
back into the draft?
no, you get what I
Melo's gonna-
mean. It goes back
up,
to
Rainer?
whoever draft. I'm gonna say this: what if the Warriors drafted LaMelo? Would you still be calling him overrated then? Because honestly, you'll have a different
Yeah,
tune.
because he thinks he's a Batman, and I think he's a Robin, if not an Alfred.
yeah, I was gonna
Yeah,
say
but
that.
that's such a
He's a
it's a
better.
much better fit. It's a much better fit.
He is
But
not
here's
a
the problem.
franchise carrying player. He is a supporting player.
Yeah, he thinks he's a Batman. That's the problem. Will he accept a second or third role? That's the one thing we're not talking about. He's the man in Charlotte, arguably. He goes to a different team and has to take a back seat.
That
If
might
he's
be
willing
Con
to-
Knipple.
If he's in the future, if he's willing to do that, he's still going to be overrated, but that may be a better place for him to accept a second or third role on a team, not think that he's the man.
But watching him
I-
over the years, like his ego's not gonna let him do that.
I don't think so. Age might help. Maybe he matures a little bit in the next few years and realizes I can't do that. I got to go somewhere else.
I like
and play
I like where Rainer says. Whatever Mitch said, I totally disagree and agree with Blaze.
That's my supporter. I love you, Rainer. You're
like,
the shit.
I like that. That's funny. Jalen Johnson is going off. Yeah.
Hell yeah, he is. Very impressive.
So I'm going Knicks over Charlotte. That means Blaze is going Charlotte over New York.
No, I'm taking New York.
So you lied. You said you were thinking all home teams, then you switched it to all away teams, and then you're going, hey.
All home teams. Indiana. I'll take Indiana over Denver. Then I'll take all home teams. How about that? Make you happy.
So you're
Chicago
taking
over-
Cleveland. So you're taking Cleveland.
Sure, Cleveland. They're the better team than Portland. I'll be real. I'm not picking them to win a championship unless they get Giannis. I still think Cavs are frauds this year, and the Magic might be right next to them. The one I say might not be is the Pistons.
Yeah.
Because Cade Cunningham might be able to take that next leap. I don't think Paolo can, and I don't think Spider can. I don't think they're Batman. They're not Batman.
So Nets at Chicago.
Chicago
Yeah,
Bulls.
Kings at
The
Rockets.
Giddler.
Rockets.
The Giddler all day. Giddler.
I got Rockets.
Rockets, baby.
Yeah.
I'm sure
We'll
say
yeah.
Rockets.
Yeah.
It's like sack
Yeah.
down.
The Pistons at the Bucks. I might stream this. I might not. I don't know yet.
I'll stick with Bucks at home, even though Detroit's playing out this world right now.
Yeah, but this whole thing with Giannis right now, do you think that could F him up mentally?
No, I mean, if he wants to go somewhere else, he can't afford to slack. I think he needs to
I'm not
ball
talking
out.
about him. I'm not talking about him. I'm talking about the rest of the team.
No, I don't think it's
It's
going to
like-
affect the rest of the team. Because
It
listen,
could.
all we've heard right now is they're exploring his future. They didn't say he's on the trade block. Let's not jump too far to conclusion. We know what that means,
Yeah.
but that doesn't mean the rest of the team's going to give up just because they
Well,
might
I
lose Giannis.
will bring up recent history from someone that experienced it with James Harden. It does affect the team because once the rumors are coming out and he started wearing the fat suit that he wanted out, yeah, that kind of killed the entire team chemistry, and was just a lost season.
Well, if Giannis comes out with a fat suit and he's all chunky and fat, then yeah, I'll buy that one. If Giannis starts trying to force his way out of there, which I don't think he has to. It seems like they're already starting to talk about it.
All right.
Dallas
Last
Miami's a tough
thing.
one.
The Heat, Mavericks. I got Heat.
Let's game of the night right there, in my opinion. I think both teams could win that.
You think Dallas can win?
Yes.
I got Miami the way they were playing right now,
Home field,
especially with Tyler Hero back.
Home court advantage is still a thing. And
Yeah, and the fans are still booing. Still booing for trading Luka.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Miami. I think they're the better team right now.
Miami is the better team right now, but I'm not counting Dallas out. You know, I think Cooper's starting to get better. He's starting to get better. He's starting to get more acclimated to the NBA game. I mean, like, who are they missing there right now? I mean, Kyrie, obviously.
Kyrie, 80.
Clay is garbage, and he's probably on the trading block.
Gafford, Lively.
Yeah.
They are missing a lot of their guys. So, and yes, the Miami Heat are missing Norman Powell as well, but I'm still taking the Heat.
I mean, yeah, but look at the Dallas too. I mean, Anthony Davis, rumors of being traded. Klay Thompson, rumors of being traded. So it's like, you know, I mean, it's too soon, I would think, to be like, yeah, we're building around Cooper Flag. You know, yeah, he's really good right now, but I mean, I wouldn't jump
there yet. Where you
I'm not banking the franchise on him already. I mean, it could be, but we don't know yet. The jury's still out, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
But they don't have much else when your other two former stars, or whatever you want to call them, are rumored to be traded in the next few months.
Yeah. All right, guys. With that being said, thank you all for tuning in. A very fun episode. A lot of you guys were involved in the conversations as well.
Yeah,
agreed with
awesome.
a bunch of your takes. That was great. Like, share, subscribe.
Shout out to Monstar too. I saw you in there trolling me. I saw you trolling me in the chat. I see you, Monstar, my boy Sean. Big shout out to everybody in the chat. We love having people. It makes the banter and the debate even better when we have people in the chat giving us feedback. So shout out to you guys.
Oh, yeah. Appreciate you guys.
Rio, you're excited for the Rockets tonight against the Kings?
Should be.
It should be. It should be. What channel is it on for you? Or are you going to watch on this?
Now we actually have our own standalone service where we can pay like $20 a month to watch the Rockets and the Astros instead of signing up for cable.
Hey, okay. That's actually good. That's legit.
Took years because it was a pain having to have all these different services.
Right. So, hey, man. Like, share, subscribe. Catch you all later, man. Have a good
150.
one.
Next week's 150, right?
Yes. 150. We'll try to get Coach on for next week. Okay. All right, guys.
167 right around the corner.